Hey there, love. I do hope that this finds you well. If you're coming across this might be something that is going on in your life, and we need to see where things are going. So that being said, I hope that this finds you well. This is a general collective message. How does this want to show up? I figured. Your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense, so if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the email address or find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. What's going on right now is being far too rigid and you are tightening your grip. This is where accidents happen, when it's far too much effort in the control factor. Oh, by the way, how are you, my dearest? How's your day starting? What's going on with you? This card flips over, we have Judgment. Okay. Deep Knowing came out. Okay. You know that you're doing this too, and you know, why are you so afraid of your future? You don't have to be afraid of where this is going. Every pending moment is a moment of the unknown that you are calling in to experience. Don't you know that you've gone through it all this far? What makes you think that you're not getting through these next moments? This is in your best interest. And anything and anyone that's involved in this, it's in their best interest if you loosen your grip. If somebody else isn't loosening their grip, that is their hand to be dealt with, and you can't control that. But you can control yourself in the circumstances. So, Spirit, what else do we need to know about this? You know that this situation is at judgment time. It feels like a final call of action. Imagine you're at a bar and you've been living your life, you've been doing your thing, you've been having a few snacks and drinks about the bunch, getting to know the place around you, and now it's time to pay that tab of everything that has happened, everything that you have done. It's not something that you need to be afraid of. In your head, the bill is a lot bigger than you, it's a lot bigger than you have actually acquired. Whether it's the payout, hang on one second, hang on. An emergency with video games. Yep, that happened. I love my babies, but that was ridiculous. Fortnite, really? All right, the bill is bigger in your head than it is in reality. So, what's this coming about to? What do we need to know? By the way, using Wisdom of the Oracle from Colette Baron Reed, tell me about what is going on in your head in this. What do you need to know? You're trying to do it all by yourself. But why? I know that you've probably been forced to the stoic independence in your life. You are withholding from yourself, I guess, the co-creative experience. There's you and then there's spirit, and you have to allow for spirit to do its job. So, you're, with all of this on your shoulders, that's what's telling you that you're not ready. But you are. You're more than ready. And Spirit is about to show you that through giving you the time to, well, pay your tab. Spirit has been giving you that message for quite some time right now. This is what I'm looking at in regard to it, getting more on the situation. So, what signs and synchronicities have you been seeing? What has it been telling you? Have you been blinding yourself to the signs and synchronicities when you see something and it's not really sitting well with you? It's kind of getting you nervous. It's like, no, I didn't see that. Not everything's a sign. It is a sign, but it's also your perception of the sign. Not everything is out to get you in this. Not everything is going to punish you. It's not going to fall flat on its keister. Tell me more about the signs and synchronicities. Who's showing up for you? Something has the key to your heart. There is a new beginning here with something that is showing up the same as you, and what seems to be the support, the connection, what have you. And I see that this is energy that is reflecting and looking at each other. And I also see that this is king, queen, masculine, feminine. It does feel like if this is a self-loyalty, it is the union and loyal to yourself, which is, if you look at the mini reads, oh my God. My kids are definitely feeling something today because they are so crazy. I'm sure you just heard my eldest in the background in the other side of the house. But anyway, here we go. So, look at this. Looking right at each other. It is seeing itself for what it is. And I think that if this is you, and I guess for once in your life, being loyal to yourself, I do feel like it is you seeing the potential, the loyalty, the love, the compassion, the reasoning behind all of it, and being compassionate with yourself. Yeah. Owls represent death and rebirth. So there is a feeling of rebirth in this. But if you pay attention, look. One of them is squinting their eyes while the other one has it more open. So looks like this one right here has its eyes open. This one is squinting. So this one is, I guess, the closure aspect. And here it is. I'm going to be seeing all of this with my eyes wide open, as well as my heart wide open to this new opportunity, this new beginning. All right. So, what do you need to look out for? Spiritual bypassing. Listen, it is one thing to intellectualize your feelings, understand something, the ins and outs of it. It is quite another thing for you to allow yourself to actually feel all of this out. Look at this. You're rushing. You're rushing your mourning process. You're rushing the way that you feel. You're intellectualizing it rather than allowing yourself to feel out this process. Sometimes you need to sit with your disturbances. Sometimes you need to sit with what seems to be a challenge. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is that you feel it out completely. You are comparing your timeline to other people's timelines or their expectations, and that is grossly unfair to your personal growth. So, let's see. What else do they need to look out for? What is the wisdom, the advice? Using regular Rider-Waite for this one. The Empress, I love her. This is seeing everything as a new beginning. It's one thing after another. I do see that this is completely de-escalating and it's decompressing this aspect of your life. A new beginning isn't as jarring. This is what seems to be a flow of, not sessions, but actions, sequence. It's a flow of motion in your life. You are going from one scenario to another, and it's a fade in and a fade out. So this new beginning is a gentle transition. And I do see that you see the light on the horizon. It's just peeking over, though. It is just peeking over. You actually have to squint your eyes to see the difference in the night and the horizon. So I'm getting pulled to a deck I haven't used in a while. Not trying to cause a huge collision over here. Magical messages from your fairies. All right, I'll bite. What is this? More advice, please. What do you need to know? How's your day going so far, by the way? Autumn, holiday, love life, patience, please. This is involving personal connections, isn't it? Love shows up in numerous ways, romantic, platonic, familial. But in the fall, everything comes together and you can reap wonderful harvests of abundance. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, a retreat, or a holiday getaway. However, I feel like this is going to be a retreat for you. A retreat in like the hermit mode, going inward, which I think has probably been a scary place for you in this instance. Be patient. What you're, well, patience, please. What you're asking for is coming about. Have patience, as there are unseen factors. Actually, it's coming. Hi. As you have unseen factors, by the way, excuse me. You have unseen factors that need to occur first. The basis of your question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. It's time for you to go inward, have patience with yourself, and listen to that still voice inside of you about this. Everything is coming together, but some things need to happen in the unseen realms before it can come to fruition here. It's already occurring. The changes that are going on in this personal life of yours are really for the better. So understand that, whether it's making a change in the relationship that you have, and again, this does not include abusive relationships in any way, shape, or form. If that is the case, understand that I'm never going to ship anything like that. No. So this is a reemerging connection. And I do see that you're going to get the movement in on this. If you just be patient and quiet with yourself. Let this come together. Actually, I want to get more on this. So, what else can you tell me about this, Spirit? Didn't flip over. I'm not taking it out right now. Sometimes I will, but not right now. I'm not feeling it. Do some research. Birthday. Significant birthday holds the answer to your questions. Ask for what you want. Do some research. You need more information about the situation. Honestly, don't be afraid to ask questions. You'll have your answer. If you are feeling stuck, now this does not go for major life decisions. Like life and death situations, probably not the best idea to do a flip a coin on this. But if this is not one of those life-threatening situations, if you're stuck on it, God, I feel like if you're stuck on where your heart is on something, there, I clarified it. Then have your choices. And when the coin is in the air, you internally will already know which side your heart is leaning on. Go towards that. But also, I see a significant date that is coming in. Some sort of significant date that is going to put the pressure on you in a positive sense. It does seem like a magical date. This can involve somebody's birthday, either past or present. This can be the other person's birthday. This could be your birthday. But honestly, it's involving you. So really sit there and think about what it is that you want in this situation. And it does look like, I'm just going to have to say, it does look like one of those love communications, those connections. What do you want? I think that you do know what you want, but you're starving yourself of it right now. This is some sort of fated circumstance. And I do feel like Spirit is about to put in place exactly what this circumstance is going to resolve to. It's not you giving up. It's not you giving in. It's you allowing yourself to make these fated changes. And it's not just about love. It's about everything that happens after it. You are more than a relationship. But there's something about this your heart is calling out to. Something about this connection. Something about your life. And that I'm being pulled towards. Whispers of love. Bottom of the deck. Miracles and blessings. I do feel like there is divine intervention at hand. So, we're going to see what that is. I want to put this up though. Whoop. Hi. Okay, my back was hurting. What do you need to know? Barely any tarot cards. These are mainly oracle today. Interesting. Like attracts like. Miracles and blessings. Everything you want is already inside of you. What is this? Embrace your emotions. Embrace your emotions. Everything has its gifts, even in the heartache, even in the pain, even in the denial of it, there is a gift, and it's irrefutable evidence. I have a hard time with my words today, much like my kids are acting out. I don't know about you, I don't know about your kids, but mine kind of all over the place. Love them though. So back to your reading. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, then be more loving. And be in the present moment and dream of the future. When we dream, anything is possible. And this is the life that you are calling in. So the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. This is also including heartache. I do feel like a good portion of the people who are stumbling across this today are feeling a massive sense of grief in their heart, whether it's relevant to a sense of loss in a loving relationship or something that they felt that they didn't deserve for a long time, or it's pain from previous relationships. Whatever the hang up is, whatever the trauma is something that is going to resolve during the hermit mode. But also, just because I feel like I need to say this, if something has occurred in a relationship and it has caused some form of trauma or hang up, whatever, that is more than likely going to get resolved in another connection. It doesn't always have to be you doing this by yourself. Some conflict, some trauma, whatever the case is, that actually can get healed in a healthier connection, which you'll probably be experiencing what seems to be relatively soon. So what I'm seeing here is your heart is connected to something that very much mirrors the authentic version of you. But there is a block over the heart. There is a point of self-denial with you. So why? Why do you feel like you don't deserve this? You're addicted to your pain. And I don't mean that like you actively seek it out, but this has been a normal thing in various sectors of your life. So when you start to make the changes, the addiction starts to die out, and this is like an entity all on its own. And it actually starts to be something that is on a subconscious level craved because it's familiar. You know it, you know how to navigate around it, but you're breaking all these cycles. So your mind and heart is at odds with what it really wants and what it knows. You're getting away from the known and going to what it actually wants and what it actually is. So that's actually very cool. You're breaking that. You don't see the cup that's coming your way. You're looking at this karmic situation, this karmic tie, this soul contract. But I see that you have a major victory in it. Look, something's walking away. Something you have all these tools. You've risen above the problem. You've made a choice. You took yourself off the fence. And now here comes the change. I see that you're not holding yourself back, even though you are hesitant to leap into this. You don't want to be naive. You don't want to make the same mistakes. And I don't see you making the same mistakes. I see that this is a journey among souls. Deep soul contracts that are very supportive, developing, uncovering. So, if you follow the advice on what to watch out for and what you do have to look forward to, the likely result and outcome of this situation. And again, don't forget your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. The likely outcome of this is going to be the following. So we'll see. I'm shuffling the cards. All right, what do you want to say, Spirit? The likely result for the person who is watching this, who has come across this today. Okay. Coming out of, we have a lot of cards, but the bottom of the deck is the basis of it. We have the 10 of Pentacles, huge new opportunity. Yeah, new love offer. It's going to take time. You have to work through your insecurities. I do see a lot of healing having to go on, but I do see that you are ready to face the Two of Cups behind you and get over this karmic situation. It feels like uncomfortable changes, maybe even challenges that are coming your way, but you've made your choice and you didn't screw this up. There's no way you can screw it up. It's going to put a stop on some things, but the wheels are at a pause right now because things are working behind the scenes. The wheels will get back in motion. I do see a new start, a new wonderful emotional start that is overflowing in the heart, and it gives you a sense of peace. It does have a huge victory around it, something that is obsessive and passionate and something that you have chosen. It is happy, and it is something that I want clarification on this bad boy, honestly, because I'm stumped. But this is also the fallout of it. Okay, this is going to have, no, I don't need clarification. This is going to have triggers in it. This connection, while it's healing, is going to trigger the living bejesus out of you because what's coming up to be healed in the connection was not healed from the previous one. And this is what has occurred in the previous one. So you're going to have a lot of, for instances, popping up, absolutely necessary. And it's going to be something that you rise to the challenge, you overcome. You are going to face whatever this feeling of emotional neglect is, and I do see that this is a huge opportunity for you. So don't close off the way that you would want to in this new and incoming connection whenever this is happening. It's time for you to communicate this, and you're afraid of judgment. You're not going to be judged, and you're not going to be neglected. There's a huge start for this. That was massive. So don't be afraid. Either that or push through your fear. I can't tell you to not be afraid, but I can tell you to have courage. So the fear is lying to you, and it's trying to keep you in a well-known spot. You don't need to be there anymore. You've already outgrown it. So what's on the other side of this is everything you want, everything that you would want in a personal connection and a new foundation for what seems to be your perspective on life. But it's going to involve healing, but everyone involved is more than willing to this challenge. So I sincerely do hope that this finds you well. And if you have questions about booking a session or what services I provide, reach out in the DMs and I will, well, give you a list, I suppose. But until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. And congrats. You're going to be happy, and it's going to be work, but you're worth it. Alrighty. Take 3. I'm starting this entire thing over again. This is the 3rd attempt. Some sort of message does not want to be gotten out, or something doesn't want the message to be gotten out because it feels like some sort of a failure. Feels like there is no offering that's coming. All right, what does that even look like? It's not a failure, it's a new opportunity. Don't take what's happening as a failure. It was prevented for a reason. You're going to find out. This, something much better is coming in. I want to get more on it. All right. it's going to cause you to be at a stalemate for a little while. This is a waiting period. So whatever you are working on or whatever you had been putting effort in, if this has been something that has been a constant state of failure or feels like a constant state of failure, understand that you are being, saved from something that was probably more disastrous than anything. So the Wheel of Fortune never stays in reverse for long. It is closing of a door that didn't have as much potential for you. But we have the High Priestess in this. So the King of Wands is in reverse. There is no action moving forward. It's time for you to get emotional control over this situation. Don't let somebody get under your skin with this. It does feel like this right here, whatever you are dodging, is hitting a major insecurity note. It does feel like a karmic situation, but it also provides an opportunity to take this as a learning experience. Not everything works out, but it is for the best. So what is this going to lead you to? Mini message. Oh, this is great. Balance, a new beginning, and something that is a lot more abundant, that has a lot more potential behind it, that it seems like it's breaking a generational, not curse, but kind of like a generational hang up, whether it's living in this idea of lack or some sort of self-sacrifice. Not going to be a thing. I do see that you have to write your own rules on this. Would you just start writing your own rules? We're not with tradition in this. We're breaking away from some sort of stagnant tradition and making this life very much our own. What is right for you? What are you passionate about? Yo, if you're coming across this, maybe you need to hear this message. I don't know if it's on your For You page or if you watch this in order. This might hit home, but it also might not. Don't force it. If you're coming across this, there's probably a reason why. So feel free to see what's up. Ooh, I'm keeping that. This is a place where you need to have faith. Things are going to be changing at a very rapid pace, and this is going to be something that it doesn't rock you at your core, but it is going to change what your ideas are about, I guess, either what your tribe or what your personal life is looking like. Whatever is an intimate circle for you, it's aligning you with a lot of fate, and you have to have faith that this is all going to be in your best interest. It's happening for you. So, Tower moments. Lightning is striking. You are not holding anything back. I like that. While it is a challenge, I do see you rising to the occasion and actually going above and beyond the problem. I do see a lot of very quick solutions that are coming into play as if by magic. I can really get behind that. So there's surrender. I really think that you are learning to be very moldable in this. Actually, more like going with the flow. We have fire and air surrounding this. Use your wits and follow your passion on this. Ooh, passion. Not emotional, but passion. What gets you all fired up? What gets you enlightened? We have the Star card. You're not out of the woods yet, which is why I think that this is the fate time. It is kind of like a test. So listen, you do have victory at hand in this, but you also have a lot of work that if you just step back and look at it, you're probably going to overwhelm yourself. Focus on the task at hand, and then that is going to lead you to where you want to go, where you are actually meant to be. Have faith and trust the process. As much as you probably are tired of hearing that, have faith and trust the process. This is going to work for you. Hey, what do you need to know? What brings you here? Grab your drink, sit around, enjoy the moment. What is up? Can I just keep it to a few cards right now, Spirit? All right, we got Devil energy. obsessive, possessive, something that feels like you're chained to it, an obligation. Yeah. I do see that you are feeling overwhelmed. And it's important that as you're feeling that, as you feel like you want to freak out, don't do that. That's going to be the worst thing possible. Do not react. Respond, which takes a pause in the moment with this one. So I do feel like you are grounded. I do feel like you are incredibly wise in this. But I also see that this, you know that something is trying to goad you, that something is trying to get you to have that reaction. So this... what part are you playing in whatever this situation or connection is? I feel like that's where the manipulation is coming in, because you are breaking a character that somebody had pressured on you. Sorry, you're not a character, you're a human, and you have a divine place. And this, you have to understand that whatever they're projecting on you is none of your concern. That I do feel like you are breaking away from, but you have to be very clear about what you are going to accept and put up with, because whatever you accept will continue. Draw the line somewhere and be very firm about it. The bottom of the deck, you made your choice. Don't back away from it. This is meant to be something that gets you away from whatever this possessive and manipulation is. You're off the fence. Don't pretend that you're not. You got this, and it's going to work out, but you have to stay grounded and not react. Respond. Again, that takes a moment, and you'll see your solution. Well, if you're coming across this, you might need a message from Archangel Raphael. So stick around, see what's up. Either that or, I don't know, go about your day. But what do you need to know if you've come across this? All right. Massage. Help you know that you deserve to... yeah, massage. Yeah, self-care treatment. It's like, did I misread that? No. No, I didn't. Okay. Start treating yourself like you love yourself, for God's sakes. Stop berating yourself. This is the closest relationship that you'll ever have. Do you really need to be that bully to yourself? Do you really need to starve yourself of that kind of nurturing? There's a lot of self-healing that has to go on right now. I do feel like you have been neglectful of your personal needs, and I think giving yourself the right to enjoy your life and to feel pleasure and to really do whatever it takes to take care of yourself and make yourself thrive and feel good in life. I get it. There are other things that you are deeming as more important, but you got to understand, if you're not okay and you're still going on this, whatever is stemming from you is going to be a reflection of that emotional starvation or that nurturing starvation that you've been doing. So this is saying, why are you putting yourself dead last? You have to treat yourself like you actually would treat another person that you love. Turn that love inwardly and get that sense of self. This, you're going to see a vast improvement take over your body and even your mindset. It'll actually allow for that playful and more productive aspect to come out. And maybe it's just not even about being productive. Maybe it's about taking that load off your shoulders of waiting for, I don't know, maybe something to show you that you are worthy. I get it. I've done that before too, but it's really time for you to not seek that validation outwardly and start establishing that within yourself. And then that is what's going to be reflecting on the outside. So take the day, take the time, take the week, take the year, take every single day to start taking care of yourself. And then the rest of your life will fall into place. Do it. Hey, my dearest, if you are stumbling across this, you might need a message about the change that's going on in your life through the Butterfly Oracle. What has come out? Support. What about support? Welcome to new. Courage. I want one more card, and it's actually a card that's random. Family change. Some sort of dynamic is going to be changing. You want support in your decisions? Know that it is there for you. But first off, you have to be confident in your decision that you're making, or at least know where your heart is in this. Some of you are going to be expanding your family. Some people are going to be contracting the family. Some in their tribe, that tribe either they've constructed through marriage or what have you, or through birth. The dynamic is changing. And it's important that you know who's there for you when you're going through what seems to be a very strenuous time. I think it takes a lot for you to come to this conclusion. And I do see that this is going to change the direction, but it does feel like it is for the better. So we have family changes courage and welcome the new. This is talking about either a new life or a new phase or a new perspective. What changes do you know that you need to make in your unit? Starting with you. What is your heart calling you out to do? What are you being pulled to in action-wise? Whatever it is, I want a final card. The family changes? Great. What is this leading to? We already have to welcome the new. Something's coming to an end, and you see the situation very, very clearly. You know that this is time for something in that situation to come to a close. You do have support. Call upon it. Call upon spirit even. It's all there for you. All you have to do is voice it.